Welcome to the Self-Reality Podcast, a show where we like to talk all things reality TV, the good, the bad, the outrageous, and all our feelings about them. My name's Angie. I'm your host, and I'm here today to talk about Survivor Season 49, season premiere. And here to talk about it with me is the illustrious, the wonderful Nick Hanlon. Welcome, Nick.
Hello. I
How's it
have a
going?
different camera angle today.
You
It's
do have a
confusing
slightly
me.
different. Are you going to be
Different
okay?
different camera angle, different lens. It's really clear though.
Looks
Oh, I
good.
should
It
change
looks
my
good.
my podcast name over here.
All right.
If
Anyway,
I
as he's
can.
doing that, why don't you go ahead,
There we go.
like and subscribe here at the Self Reality Podcast, and go on over and check out both of Nick's podcasts. First one being Dirty Glass Podcast, Booze Reviews for the Unrefined, where Dennis and Nick drink drinks, rate them, and talk a lot of funny, hilarious shit. The other one is Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, where handsome Nick Hanlon and Matthew Barnaby talk about wrestling the way it should be talked about. They give you all the updates, all the latest on all your wrestling needs and wants, and go check it out.
All
Like
the
and subscribe.
hits, all the
All the
misses,
hits.
and everything in between. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Check it out.
Check it out. So, but Nick,
Now we got Survivor Season 1.
we have like, okay, season 49, episode 1. My God. Okay, so let's get into
Why
it
is
right
it
away.
called Act 1 of a horror film? That's what the episode's called.
Well, I think if you listen to the very beginning, like when they're doing the intro, when they do kind of the voiceovers,
Yeah.
one of them was talking about how Survivor's like a scary movie, and Act 1, the monster, I think it's something like the Act 1, the monster's after you, Act 2, you become the monster, or something like that. It's something to that effect.
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember them saying that.
Yeah. So, Act 1 of the horror film. So, they're not the monster yet, because we're all lovey-dovey. Do we need an hour and a half, though? It felt painful sometimes
I guess we'll
for the first
see.
half. And maybe I'm just, you know what I think it is? We're coming off of watching Amazing Race Canada, which is like literally half the length. And it's just boom, 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 boom.
Well, it's pure action, right? Survivor has a little more subtleties to it than the Amazing
And I
Race,
guess,
right?
yeah,
Amazing
and it
Race isn't
really,
really a social game. It's
this
more of
is, I know,
a race or
I'm just,
whatever. But
hence the
I
title.
always, anytime a Survivor ended, I always wish there was an extra half an hour. But I don't know if I wish that anymore. Now, last season I didn't need it, but the season before, I think it was when it started, I didn't mind
It
it.
was good.
Right? So it just depends on
So,
if it's a good season. And I know the
it's
first
shaping up.
episode is tough, but I think we got a lot of nut bars here to make this season pretty good. It's definitely
I agree.
a ragtag. Like if you look at a picture of the Fraggle
Yeah.
Rock cast, it's kind of like
Dun
the
dun dun
cast
dun dun dun
picture.
dun 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 dun
Yeah,
dun dun.
it's like the cast picture of the new Survivor, right? So hey,
Let the music play. Furries for day. Sorry.
they got the gays, they got the
Yes.
straights, they got the whites, they got the blacks, they got the Asians, and they got everything in between on this one.
They got
They're
everybody.
really, really trying to. They even got some bigger. I don't want to say fat, but I'm fat. But they got some bigger people. They got some fit people. It's all over the place, and it's gonna be
Well, they don't have
interesting.
everybody, but they have like a ages. The ages are a little more diverse this year too,
Yeah,
which I'm happy
different
about.
ages for sure.
We have a
I
Gen
mean, you
X
already
on
got
each
people causing
team.
shit, right? So you already got people
Yeah,
causing
yeah, yeah.
shit. As long as the shit disturbers don't get caught and voted out early. That's what happened in the last one. All this
Love you,
everybody thinks they're
Joe.
high and
Yeah,
mighty and all this, right? So they got rid of all the
no bueno.
troublemakers. That doesn't usually happen because a lot of time you want to keep the troublemaker to get
That's
it
right.
off of you. So I'm just predicting because I've only watched one episode. Everybody has. So I think it's a
Yeah.
good start. I think it was a tough watch. I did fall asleep halfway through and have to watch the rest yesterday.
Was it
Even the tribal council was predictable and boring, but
wah wah?
there were some highlights. So let's get
So
into it.
that was a good like overview, not
Thank you.
like it was an analysis too. And so I would tend to agree. I'm complaining because I think for me, I'm going to be really straightforward. Almost every episode 1 destroys me. Like unless there's people from other season or a huge twist, like it's just I have to commit. I have to get to know these people. I have to write names down. I have to try and figure out who's who in the zoo. And I find
Yeah.
it tedious, I think is the word. The
The
first
thing with other TV shows is you go in and that's how you start a TV show. You got to get to know, like Game of Thrones,
Oh, I
right?
know.
You
Yeah,
watch the
yeah,
first
yeah.
season of Game of Thrones. So the first episode of Seinfeld, first episode of every Survivor is like the first season of Game of Thrones. It's like, oh my god, let's get to it. And then the second season happens and it starts getting exciting. Merge, right? So
I
it's
look
just
at it
we're
as, for
restarting every
me,
goddamn time.
well, and I think it's just, again, we're coming off the heels of a very fast-paced Amazing Race Canada. Also, I'm going to be soon doing some Bravo Roundup episodes about like Real Housewives. Remember, there hasn't been a new Real Housewives that I've watched in years. And it's the same thing. First episode, oh, I'm always like, oh my god, like it's just
Yeah, it
I
takes
don't know you
forever.
guys. I'm not committed. I don't have any kind of. So here's from sort of an
Isn't there a
analytical point of
Utah
view.
one now? Is that the new one?
Yeah. No, but that one's 8 seasons in now, Nick, or
Oh, is
7
it that
seasons
far
in.
in? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
6, maybe 6. Oh my god, I should know this. 6 or 7 seasons in. And that's the newest one, American version. There's a few like overseas, but I only watch Dubai. But the problem I have is like I don't have any kind of parasocial relationship with any of these people, and I have to build that. So anyway, all that to say, a lot of good things still in this episode. Actually, like it's you're right. It's a ragtag bunch of people. We got a couple Canadianas on one team actually. So
Oh,
let's
I didn't
just
realize we had two. I know we had one, and he
we
looks
do. We
just
have
like a
two.
buddy of mine.
What has he? Which one? Which buddy?
The
If you
buff
don't mind.
guy.
No, but which buddy of yours? Jake. You're
I
talking
don't
about
think
Jake.
the guy I used to work with named Sean.
Sean
Sean
Ryan.
Ryan. Look at his face; he looks just like
Okay.
him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
I can see that.
identical. Like it's like they're related, except
That's
for
like the Canadian
he does seem dumber. Like this big guy, he's the kind of guy that never closes his mouth. I don't mean he's talking. I mean it's a lot of this.
mouth breather. So I know we have a long episode to get into. Anyway, and I spent 10 minutes complaining about it. So anyway, land on the beach, it's the usual, right? Jeff does some intros. What's his speech this year? He always tries to do a little different speech
Pretty good speech.
about of evolution of the game. Question for you though, this crossed my mind. Does Jeff like have cue cards, or does he like memorize? Do you think he memorizes these speeches?
I was
He
pretty
must
impressed
memorize them.
by how long the speech was because I don't see him having cue cards.
No,
Maybe
I don't think so either.
it was a pretty
So
impressive speech. It was a long one.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that has to be prepared. Like he's a pro though. He's been doing this a long time. Then we jump right into so they kind of have a few people, you in the front, you blah blah whatever. They do the marooning challenge where essentially like pairs have to run out, get big heavy crates, swim into the ocean, get heavy crates, and then essentially people have to do a puzzle at the end. Like they have to put the crates together into a cube. Fine. I thought our friend Jake, the meat shield as people are calling him, super strong, but I don't know like how far it's getting them. Like they need more than just pure brute force. And I still find it interesting, like you're fighting for supplies. So if you lose this, like only one of the 3 tribes is going to win. And like the other ones don't get the supplies. So that's kind of shitty right from the start, right?
It's a bad start not having a machete, especially, and a
Yeah.
flint.
Well, we see that, right?
Mm.
But I don't know if they did this last year. They had just one team won, and then the other 2 teams have to send someone almost to like a different island or
For a
whatever
showdown for
for a showdown.
supplies.
We'll talk about that in a minute. So anyway, this one Hina wins. The yellow tribe wins. They're the ones who jumped out of the boat like hee haw, and like they're very high energy. I'll say. I'm surprised you didn't notice and get annoyed by it. Actually, I was like, wow, they're like
Yeah.
they gotta dial that down, like guys. It's a marathon, people. Then they ask people to like volunteer from Yuli and Keeley tribes to go to do the challenge. Would you put your hand up for something like that? I'm just
No,
curious. I would never. Like I just
not a chance.
you're setting yourself up to fail. And so it's Rizzo from Yuli, he's actually the youngest one, I think,
He's
25 years
something.
old. He's the I think Albanian, I feel.
Yeah. He's
Um
he's an
well,
odd fellow.
yeah, he's interesting, kind of nerdy kind of guy, I think. There's a few nerdy guys actually on here. So it's him and Alex, the other meat shield, who like kind of connects with our friend Jake, who's very highly spotlighted in this whole episode.
Well, I mean, we see the one-on-one challenge, and it's the biggest choke job in the history of Survivor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, I have it on my next page after the tribe, but let's talk about the challenge first. So Alex and Rizzo go, and like, Alex is very fit, and he's like, well, all my cardio and whatever Peloton, did he say Peloton or something? I can't remember, but it was like all my cardio is paying off. he was just crushing
Yeah, he was
Rizzo, like
rolling, and Rizzo was
crushing him.
gassed immediately.
Yeah. And then it's like they have to, what do? They have to get 10 coconuts. They have to crack them open, get the puzzle pieces out. And Rizzo even misses one of his coconuts, completely
Like for a long
plagiarizes
time,
or,
it seemed like.
yeah. Well, and copies. I mean, Alex finishes his, and then Rizzo just literally brings pieces of the puzzle over and puts them on. It's
I mean, I thought
crazy.
that was
Like,
smart.
it was smart, but it's like, that's pretty bad practice a puzzle. Like, I mean, they're
Well,
not,
because he
I don't
couldn't
know.
solve it because he was missing pieces, though. That's why, like,
Well, that's
he probably wouldn't have had to do that if he wasn't missing pieces. It took him
I
like it took him
I don't
forever to
know.
figure out he was missing pieces. He might have, but like when you're missing like pieces of a puzzle and you're trying to put it together, I mean,
When they
how do you
picked
do it, right? Like
when he raised his hand to do this one, he said, as long as there's no puzzle. He's
he
not
said
a
he's not good
puzzle
at
guy.
puzzles, but as soon as he had all the pieces, he did it.
No, he still had to copy. No. He still had to copy. He was still going over a copy. It was ridiculous. However, Alex, dude, pick a spot, look at the map, go to that spot, and just keep digging in that spot. What was he doing? What happened?
He just missed it.
He choked. Like, that was shocking.
And then he was panicking, and then he's gassed, and
Oh, poor guy. I mean,
Rizzo gets it somehow. I mean, it's like
he
idiot
should
against
not.
idiot.
Yeah, like it was shocking. I was just like, "Oh my god." Anyway, so that was something else. They do like little bit of clips from each tribe. So the Hinna tribe, again, they're like the yellow tribe that's all we won and we're the best and whatever, which I find it a bit annoying. This is where we find out Christina is terrified of birds. There is the guy Steven who has the hearing loss. Steven's
Yeah.
the rocket scientist, a nerdy guy.
They're doing a heartfelt segment on a hearing aid.
Well, he's a young guy to have like hearing loss.
Sucks, but are they really reaching for the
It's
cries here? I mean,
no, but it's a disability. Like he's there.
a
Anyway,
hearing aid. Man.
he also makes
He made it sound like he's missing an arm.
he also makes up for it with, being a rocket scientist. So I think we're good. And he was honest about being a rocket scientist. Then we go over to Keeley. That's where I found out that Jeremiah is Canadian. We have Sophie, who I believe is a Latina. She's the one going around. At first I'm like, oh, she's connecting with one person. And then it's like she uses the line, I actually quoted her, I feel good energy from you to everybody. That always backfires, by the way.
Not a good
Like
idea.
it's not everybody can out of like you cannot possibly tell me all 6 people have good energy. Like I just don't think so. But then she kind of tries to connect, I think, the most with Jake because, she's like, I want a meat shield. That's carrying on again. So that's fine. Yuli is the red tribe. They're calling themselves the vibe tribe. When are we going to get rid of that expression? And bragging. Savannah is the reporter, the former reporter. I find it interesting that she's lying about being a reporter. Like, I don't get it. I don't like a reporter's an important job, but I don't think it's like maybe, maybe Steven should lie about being a rocket scientist or like I don't know. Why do you think?
Maybe they like she thinks they'll think she's rich. Maybe she is rich for being a reporter. I don't know why being a reporter is a negative. I don't even know really why being a lawyer is a negative when people were lying about being a lawyer, but
I don't get it either.
some of it's weird. I mean, I get like the guy that produces the Marvel movies is probably
Yeah,
smart to say he doesn't
Nate.
do that.
Or
Like,
if you're a doctor, like, because you have a lot of money, you know what I mean? Like, I can see it, like, it's
professional
odd.
football players that are on it do that.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it if it's like you have too much money, right? Not too much, but you have a lot of money, so people think they don't need the money. I need the money. And then you have the spiritual girl,
Yeah, the
the
yogi.
Shannon. Yeah. Anyway, more. And then this is where I was looking up Aqua Dump because Sage talks about wanting. I guess she asked people about Aqua Dumps and if they've had one or whatever. Just side note, you can guess what an Aqua Dump is. I did look it up to be sure because I was surprised that they were cool with it. Apparently, early season almost shut down the game. Jeff almost shut down the game when he found out one of the players was aqua dumping because it was like polluting the ocean or whatever. And now everyone talks about it openly. So just side note from thank you Distractify. Because what they said is what you have to do is, dig a hole, poop in the hole and cover it. But I guess in that Marquesas or something, in that season, he said, like, you can't, like, the earth is solid rock, like, you can't dig it. You're going to poop yourself. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Set him up a goddamn outhouse.
Well, it wouldn't be Survivor, Nick. Okay, let me see here. I'm not trusting Sophie because I just find that she's just jumping around to everybody right now. But I don't know. I think she might be already just getting a little panicky, I think.
When Rizzo cried, he looked like Andy Samberg, kind of.
Oh, I could see that actually.
That Andy Samberg look to him because he's again awkward. How about the Shoe Bandit
Oh yeah, do I have that anywhere?
as Jake?
Yes, I do. So we get to hint up. Oh, this is the tribe. I know why. Matt is the old guy, is the oldest, the 52-year-old. They're calling him a ramp agent, but I think he slings luggage, I think.
He looks like a white Mr. Miyagi.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know Karate Kid, dude?
Oh yeah, I
Mr.
know Karate Kid.
Miyagi, the old guy in Karate Kid, wax
Yeah,
on, wax off, that guy.
but he has like dreadlocks.
But that's the white part. Looks like a Mr. Miyagi. Look up Mr. Miyagi. He looks kind of like Mr. Miyagi.
But I think it's interesting. So like they kind of, I think, to counteract it, they show him like, because they go into gaming. There's a couple nerds on the team talking heavy gaming, which he doesn't understand. But like what he does understand is outdoors. He's an outdoors guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just see, like, he's the oldest. He's 52 years old, good old Gen Xer, and he just wants to get in there. And I would be the same. Like, this is where I would totally struggle, is like getting people to get it done. Like, let's get it done. Like, this is how you start a fire. Like, he knows how to start fires. He knows how to, like, things should be built.
He was smart. He just stood back and let them ask him.
That was smart, but
He didn't
someone
take
did
control.
pick up on and say, they said like, oh, I see him there, knowing, like, they can tell though, like I can't remember who it was, but someone figured it out. They're like, look at him. So that was interesting. We'll see if he's able to still hold back. I think he'll be able to. I think he seems pretty
Seems
chill.
pretty patient. Like I
Uh,
said, very Mr. Miyagi.
Then you got Keeley tribe, the blue tribe. So Jake is is hiding people's shoes. It's like a very almost Russell thing to do.
The left
It's
shoe
sort of,
too.
yeah, the left
Hide
shoe.
one left shoe every day. He said.
Isn't it interesting? The shoe that was picked, was Nicole's shoe.
Yeah. And she was gone. He's a weird guy.
Well, I found it interesting. He's Canadian, but he was like a Magic Mike kind of thing with an Australian group, and now he's a corrections officer. But he does seem kind of dumb. Like, I'm not like, he just, I want him to be smart. I don't want him to just be a meat shield, but he's, I don't know. Like, he doesn't like, even the shoe thing, like he's just trying to kind of create havoc, which I guess that's a play. It hasn't been done for a while. So I thought that was interesting though, because we don't, again, you know what? We're coming off of last season, which was way too lovey-dovey. It was ridiculous. Like, it was, I disagreed with a lot of what went on last season. And then you have Annie, who's 49. She had on a lot of makeup for like landing. Like, did you see like the crazy silver eyeshadow and shit? I was like,
I mean, can they bring that stuff with them?
no, because I was paying attention and it stuck around for a while, and then finally, I think after like the immunity challenge, it's gone now. But she's being weird. Like, she's isolating herself. Like, I think she's being super weird.
Yeah, I don't know if she
No?
knows how to connect. I think she's just weird too.
She could just be kind of an awkward kind of person.
It's like the Aqua Dump girl, and they're like, "What? Do you like poop?" She's like, "Yep, I like poop." That girl's crazy eyes, man. Sophie, she's gonna cause some havoc.
I can't wait. No, Sage.
She's
That's Sage.
or Sage, whatever. Yeah, she's something. She's something. Like I said, the muscle guy, Sage, the Say guy. I mean, these are people that are gonna cause some havoc. I think they want a bit of
Yeah.
chaos. And
Well,
then
and then you have
the
some
girl afraid
calm
of birds. I mean, how is that not gonna be annoying? Like, that
well,
girl's on the
and
screen on that episode like 30 seconds, and I hate her immediately.
too loud.
Just too everything.
She's
Dear Lord.
intense. I think I think that's going to be interesting. If she makes it to merge, it's going to be very, very interesting to see her interacting with others. And then you've got like friggin', people holding hands and meditating over at Yuli. Listen, I meditate every day, so I'm not you do yoga, I do yoga I like it. But like, you don't have to like, is everyone there enjoying it? Like, they're doing breath work. I actually think someone complained about it. Like, I don't know. What
The
do you feel about
reporter, she's like, I don't like it. She
but
immediately
you
didn't
have,
like it.
do you know what the problem, do you know what it is? I don't mind that they're doing it because I would probably meditate. I'd probably do it solo, but because you have nothing to do. But I think it's like, the forcing, you probably feel forced to do it. It's like Elaine on Seinfeld having to go for like cakes. It's a
Oh
sort
yeah,
forced socialization of it, right? Like you kind of like, because if you're not going and doing it with all of them, then you're gonna feel left out, or people are gonna bitch about you. So I don't know. I think, but I guess it's something to do. I guess it's something to do. And then you have, let's see, on the Yulee tribe, you have Shannon. Well, Shannon and Savannah, I think, are going to try to work together, and they're talking to Jawan. And Shannon's whole thing is like, let's have, it's another, this is going to make me want her gone. It's like, I want the best people to play together, and then the best person wins. Nick's shaking his head. So I'm like,
it's a boring season.
that's season 4.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen that way. I don't think.
Well, and then you have them. Oh, that was Yulee tribe, and then on Hina you have them like running into the water, holding hands. Like,
How
I
about
don't
the
know,
Jake
man.
and Alex holding hands, skipping around together?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a good idea to
And I
look that
mean,
close though? I mean, it's like day one
no.
and two, and they're like, might as well be making out.
Well, and Jake like even said, I already have a strong bromance. Like he's talking to people about it. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, dial it down. I just think we have like a couple different
Even when he
things going
asked,
on.
even when Jake asked to like, I forget who for whoever he wanted to partner up with after that, he was like, well, obviously Alex is in there. He's like my guy. So just immediately it makes him look like number one over whoever you're talking to. Just the way he was talking to these people.
Whereas Jeremiah and him have like a secret, like a quieter side alliance, kind of secret alliance, which I think was smart. And then the other thing, it's like, that's why I mean he's dumb. Like, why are you telling people? Like, make it
Yeah, and
a
then
little more.
I think he teamed up with I forget there was a girl and
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. And then Jeremiah and Sophie talked. They're like, we got to be one and two, right? Because those guys are
Yes,
obviously really
right.
close.
So it's Jeremiah, it's Sophie, and then it's Alex and Jake. So 4 out of the 6. That's sort of their little alliance. We'll see how long that lasts. I think Jake and Alex, I mean, Alex should be like, whatever. I don't know. I don't, again, I think I'm still got like my ass is a little burnt still about like last season where it was just all about loyalty and friendly and nice. And I don't think that's going to be this season. I really don't. These do not seem like players that are going to
No.
go down that direction, honestly. And then you have Steven, rocket scientist. He's trying to connect with Matt and with Jason. And then I was like, oh, he's trying to connect. He's doing the same thing that Sophie did on the other tribe, like just trying to get in there. And he's already getting paranoid. That's the problem. He's like, yeah, but what if we have to vote somebody out? He's saying it to Matt and, panicking. But the thing is, you have people who are going, I don't know, like, dude, was that your strategy coming in? Because we have a lot of people going really hard already. And then we have some people who are just sort of hanging back. I think you need to find a bit of a balance.
You got a lot of people just playing hard, and a lot of people, yeah, I don't like.
It's,
I think that first day is tough though. Like,
yeah,
what do you
it
do?
is.
I mean, when you play too hard, you look, then the old girl was already looking for immunity idols, it seemed like, or she was going off by herself. So that made everybody paranoid. Nobody knows what to do because you're immediately paranoid, I guess, except for Jake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't even know if he knows where he is.
It's like, this is a game, right? Let's see, anything else? There's not a lot of drama yet, right? So you had Jawan on the Yulee tribe trying to make that fire, and he got really stressed out and stormed away. And Savannah, she kind of turned on him right away. He's like, "Oh, look how stressed out he is. I don't know if that's how he is." Well, he
Oh,
he
when he
got
was making the
frustrated.
fire or whatever, yeah,
Yeah, he
I
got
mean,
frustrated.
yeah, he seemed fine.
It didn't seem that intense to me. Maybe it had gone on longer and it's editing, but to me, it's like people,
Well, if
you're
he
gonna
did
be
any more than he
24/7.
did, if he went escalated, you would have saw that. They would have added that.
Exactly. It didn't
Like,
seem
really,
like a
he just
big
went and
deal.
stood by himself for
Yeah.
a couple of minutes.
Like he didn't yell at anyone.
Um,
And the thing is, what it made me think of is, can you imagine? You can never be true. You
I'd
can
be
never show your true feelings at all.
I'd be more worried about the big girl puking.
Oh, right, Nicole. Oh my God, that was like, what is happening?
She's like, "Bah."
Have we have we seen that? Like, I'm legitimately asking, have we seen people puke? I don't feel like we've seen it. I'm sure they have,
I mean, you've heard of people overeating at challenges and going to puke and stuff, and you've kind of seen
but
them puke then, but like just out
that's
of
the
nowhere
first
like that.
time. Is that not the first time we've seen like someone just? I was like, what is happening? So
Yeah, it was
anyway,
just suddenly she
that was
just puked.
crazy. crazy.
But I guess that's after the
So
immunity challenge.
was that after? Okay, well, let's talk about the immunity challenge. Do you want to tell us what they did?
The immunity idols are pretty sexy.
Well, they look like Aquaman and Aquagirl or whatever. Like, am I wrong?
Yeah,
Or Zeus and Athena. They look like almost
they're god.
Greek gods, right? They almost look like Zeus and Athena, like the Greek gods. So do you want to tell us, Nick? Do you want to tell everyone what this challenge involved?
I mean, I kind of forget. So they had to run in and grab snakes, right? And then
Right. It
untie
was
the
the rope
snakes.
tunnel. They had to go through
Right. They
that
had to
rope
go through the
tunnel
rope
and through
tunnel
mud.
and then through the mud. They had to splash down in the
Yeah.
mud and run and get 200-pound snakes. They had to get 3 of them and put them in the
Yeah.
holster. They had to carry them back 2 at a time,
Yeah.
back through the mud, back through the
Like 2 people at a time. Yeah.
rope puzzle thingy. It looked hard. I mean, that was a
It looked
tough one.
really hard.
There was no puzzle after that, right? Or was there a puzzle? No, it was just
I'm trying
that.
to
I think it was just.
guess. I think
I don't
I
remember there
think you're
being
right.
a
I don't have a
puzzle.
puzzle. Serpent navigate ball on. Oh no, it wasn't a puzzle. It was the track. It was the stake track where they
Right.
had to like navigate the ball. Like 3 people had ropes and they had to like pull it through.
That was after they got the snakes, right? Then they had to
Yes.
do that
Yes.
thing. That's right.
Yeah. So not a puzzle, but kind of, you know, you got to figure it out. It takes a lot of finesse and communications. My favorite quote was Jeff yelling at someone who's in his opinion, was taking too long. He goes, "This is Survivor. You want a picnic? Go to the park."
Yeah, that's right.
That was my favorite quote I think of the episode. I also thought it was odd when Jeremiah was like, my eyes are covered in mud, and Nicole, instead of, I don't know, giving him her water bottle, spit the water in his eyes. That was a little odd.
Why did she do that? I thought there
I
was gonna be
don't know.
drama over that.
I wouldn't want someone spitting in my eye, spitting water in my eyes. Gross, but whatever. I guess you're all grossed out anyway. Really, the red team had a good comeback. So, like, the yellow tribe won, which I think they're already insufferable. I'm already rooting for them to lose a challenge because they're annoying me with their like yelling and carrying ons. Like, settle down. Do you know
It's
what I
too
mean?
much.
And even when they came into the challenge, just like, oh, the other tribes didn't come in. They need to lose a challenge. That's what that makes me feel like. Like, stop. Yuli had a good comeback.
Yeah, they were
And then
dead
the blue,
last. Hina
yeah,
wins, right?
Hina wins. Yuli comes in second. Blue team, Keely, they lose. So they still have no Flint. I'm hoping this isn't one of those they lose every challenge kind of things, because it gets a little annoying when like there's one tribe that can't win shit and one tribe that
Yeah.
wins everything.
I mean, they got the big girl and they got the old girl, so maybe getting rid of one of them will help.
So they have
They kind of got the
Nicole and
short end of
Annie.
the stick when it comes to athleticism, in my opinion.
Well, nah, well, wait a second. I mean, if
Well,
you want to talk athleticism, you got two of the meatiest, muscly guys in the whole season. You
That's
got
true.
Jake and Alex. I mean, Jeremiah, I'm not, he's not Alex and Jake, but like I think he would be fine. Annie's actually pretty in shape. The old lady, the older,
Slow.
the 1 year younger than me woman.
Yeah.
Jesus
She was
Christ.
slow though.
Yeah, Nicole's bigger, so not as in shape, and I think Sophie's fine. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think,
I
yeah,
mean,
Annie was
when
slow.
2 out of 6 of your people can't really run that well, that's tough.
Well,
Didn't seem like any other team had any problems with athleticism. I mean, when it comes
yeah.
to puzzles, when it comes to some other aspects, I don't know. I mean, that's coming from a fat
But
guy. You get 2 fat guys on a team and 2 buff guys, and nobody else is a fat guy, and they're all skinny and just kind of like normal. Your
yeah,
team is as strong as its weakest links when it comes to this stuff.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So I think that was sort of the conversation, and this leads into what the conversation is about. Who are they going to vote out? It's, well, who's the weakest at challenge? And it basically becomes between Nicole and Annie, the two that you pointed out. And I found it interesting though. So Nicole ends up getting voted out. They do kind of make it look like it may be Annie. I think that's a lot of editing. Nicole's voted out. I find it interesting that Nicole was the most intensely watching everybody, because she's a financial. I took some notes so I could
It's
kind
like
of keep track
fraud,
of everybody.
financial fraud.
She's a financial crime consultant. So she
Yeah.
looks for financial fraud. She looks for liars. And I just thought it was interesting. And she was the most intently trying to look for like people lying and shadiness and what have you. And she didn't figure it out because she didn't even throw the shot in the dark. Because she's like,
Yeah.
if I get a hint, I'm going to use a shot in the dark. And so I'm like, okay, she's going to use a shot in the dark. And she
I wouldn't
didn't.
want her investigating my stuff because I mean, I don't know. I guess I wasn't there. But how can everybody
But
be a good liar and then you're this
well, and she
detective?
said, okay, there's no way Jake's a good liar. Like, he's too dumb.
Most people aren't, and they're already nervous.
So I just find it odd. So anyway, Nicole goes home. She calls it a blindside, and I guess for her it was because they did do their darndest to not let her know she was going home. Well, you know, okay, so you know what? You're right. Pretty good episode. Like you're right. There's a lot of chaotic people. I really do appreciate the fact that we have people from 25 to 52. We have all the age ranges. We even have like a couple elder millennials. We got a 39. Jeremiah is 39. A
Wasn't it
36 year
interesting as the
old.
guy that produces Marvel movies thought he was good for the show because he produces Marvel movies?
Yeah. That's actually I forgot about that comment.
He's like, yeah, and then you form a team, and then the team has like a hero, kind of like the movies I produce. So I'm very well versed in this thing, or whatever. However he put it, I was like, what are you
I know.
talking about, dude?
I
You're
think
so
he's
out of
trying to.
touch. It's ridiculous.
I think he's trying to not be just the rad dad. He had those socks. I think he doesn't want to just be the dad. Although it's like you can go far and
You want
win
to be the
as
rat dad. You
yeah.
don't want to be the producer
Be
guy.
be who you are. Like lean into like something that people are gonna like about you. Like Nick, you would be the funny uncle. Like you would literally be like Uncle. I swear to God, if you were on Survivor, you'd be Uncle Nick on Survivor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You're the
mean that's how I'd
funny.
have him introduce me.
That's what I mean. Lean into it. We talked about this last season. Don't try to be one of the kids. Just be who you are with the kids. You can get along with everybody. It doesn't matter. You all have connections. And again, be the dad. Lean into being a dad. You are a stay-at-home father, right? I also thought it was interesting that they had him, who's the film producer, on the same team as a video editor. So that's interesting. Rizzo, our friend Rizzo, who still crushed that individual challenge, he's in tech sales. He's like you, Nick.
Oh, is he? Yeah, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, and he's 25, and like I thought his story was actually interesting of his parents immigrating to America, and I think he said they're both janitors, and he's made money, and he's a hustler. I'm curious to see where he kind of if he goes loopy or if he like just gets really focused and goes for it. You know what I mean? So we'll
Mm.
see. He's young. He's 25. Like he's the youngest.
He
I
doesn't seem
feel
on
like
the edge of a meltdown. So I mean, he finished that challenge. It could have been easy. I mean, I know you're like, what an idiot going to, but he thought at least to go to the
no,
puzzle and
no.
look at it.
Oh, no, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, not an idiot. No, 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 no. I agree that it was smart move. It's just, I don't know, the optics aren't great. But then again, who cares? It's not actually cheating because there's not a rule that says you can't do that. I was thinking, because I do get a little, you got to follow the rules of the game. Well, the rules of
Well,
the
you know
game
what
are
the guy could have
outplay,
done?
outlast.
The big guy
He should
could
have
have
messed up
exactly.
Alex. He
He,
should have just done a swipe. That's what he should have done. And even Rizzo couldn't believe he hadn't. He's
like,
like
oh, he didn't mess it up, so here I go again. He even said that out loud. I think I'm
he's
back
like,
to it.
thanks. No, it's a smart move. I'd have a hard time doing it just because it would feel like cheating, but it's not. It's not. I'd have to let that go. I think I'd be okay at puzzles too, by the way. I think puzzles wouldn't be my problem. I think if I didn't do like a full workout, like 6 months of training, I sometimes watch and I'm like, how can people not do full training, like swimming, cardio, all of it, and fire making? I don't know.
If you know you're
Yeah,
going.
I don't know. Well, that's what I mean. Oh, and the one other comment I thought was kind of fascinating is the one of the alternates, Jason. Yeah, he found out the night before. Can you imagine, like the night before, and you're showing up to Survivor?
I think he said
That
30
would,
minutes before he got on a plane or something.
yeah. So he knew that, but 30 minutes before he went there. So the day before.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? No time to process.
He's like,
No time
yesterday
to
I didn't even know I was
process.
going to be on the show. I
It was
packed three
crazy.
color shirts.
Yeah, because they have to obviously wear the color of whatever team they're on. But I guess alternates have to have all three colors. Anyway, I think it was, you know what, for a first episode, it was a good episode. I think it gives me hope for the rest of the season because I was not gonna lie, I was not looking that forward to this one because it's 49. We're all waiting on 50. That's where
That's
I think they're
February.
gonna. Yeah, we're all waiting on 50. So I was like, oh God, is this gonna be a throwaway? But it shouldn't be a throwaway because they're I think 2 or 3 people from this one will be in 50, which is ridiculous. So yeah, pretty good episode. Like you said, you got some chaos. You already have people actually building actual alliances. I'm annoyed by half the people. I don't hate everybody though this time actually. Some of them I
Not
think are
yet.
interesting.
Well, we saw most of the yellow tribe, the losing tribe. It was kind of their episode, right? Because they lost and they had Jake stealing
Oh,
shoes. I mean, they showed everything, but it was not the yellow.
that's the
Whoever the
blue
losing
tribe.
tribe,
It's
yeah,
the blue tribe, Keeley. Anyway, any
that's
other
who.
last words before? Oh, go ahead.
That's who we saw the most of. So it's that's how it is. Like you get to know like 5 people, and out of those 5 people, 4 of them are gone before the merge usually, right? Because
Well,
there's 18. What is it? 18 people, right?
yeah,
So you got to
it's a
slow burn
lot.
it. They can't introduce everybody at once, so
No,
they slow burn that stuff quite
they
quite
have to.
well.
Well, they know what they're doing. It's a
Sometimes the merge hits, and I'm like, who's that? It happens
every
every season.
season.
It's like,
There's
oh,
like one person.
they never
Even when
show.
I was looking up the names for like just so I could kind of have a cheat sheet of who's who and how old they were. There's a couple, but it's episode 1. I'm like, oh, I don't remember seeing them at all.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah,
episode
100%.
1, pretty good. I think Fraggle Rock is a good descriptor for it. It's a ragtag. I like that analogy. We'll see. Like, uh, I'm worried about the hour and a half, but we'll see. We'll see how next week goes. Because you do have to kind of slow burn. You do have to like get to know people. So
Just an interesting group. We'll just have to see where they take us.
yeah, it just
Hopefully, they
depends
take
on
us into a lot of insanity and breakdowns.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, let's go.
Anyway, let's go. So thank you everybody for watching. Tune in next time where we recap episode 2. And while you're at it, go over to one of Nick's 2 podcasts or both, Dirty Glass Podcast and Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Subscribe, like, comment, all the things. And hey, subscribe here while you're at it. And thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.